Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you some of my most important learnings that I've just had from a silent retreat that I did about a month ago now. So I'm going to share with you the things that really struck a chord with me to hopefully put them onto you, and I ultimately want to inspire you guys to go and spend your own time in silence, and hopefully after this little video you will be inspired to do so. So I basically went with a tent and a pen and paper and some food, and spent 4 days alone, away from technology and everything. And yeah, it was one of the most profound experiences I've had so far in my life, without any doubt. And as I was thinking about all the amazing times I have had in my life, in relationships, with friends, adventures, all that kind of cool stuff, this actually trumps the lot. And yet I was just sitting alone with a pen and paper. I had a book as well. Interesting. So one of the major things which was so apparent to me was just how much my mind, through society's conditioning, is always craving more. It's always craving to complete some kind of task, some kind of achievement, some kind of fulfillment externally. On to the next thing, got to do this, to do that, got to plan this, to do that. There's a never-ending circle trying to get somewhere. And I realised even more profoundly just how apparent this external fulfillment conditioning is in society. This, we got to keep going up on the ladder, we got to keep climbing higher to get somewhere, to reach something. We got to go around this hamster wheel that never ends. And it's all just bullshit, essentially. Because I was feeling the most fulfilled I've ever felt. And I wasn't chasing any external achievement. Another thing I realised was how much the mind wants to control things. Always wants to control things. Whether that's situations, people, whatever. Again, this is absolutely futile. Absolutely futile. And the more that you can just let go, it makes life a lot easier. And since I've done my little retreat, my awareness has become even more heightened. So I've caught myself when I've fallen into my own bullshit since, of course, and when I have tried to control certain things, and it's, I kind of laugh when I try and do it now and let go, because when you try and control, you're just resisting what is actually happening. You're resisting the universe, which is futile. If you're resisting the present moment, there's going to be frustration, anger, anxiety, whatever it is. You have to start accepting, going with the flow. Now, what I've just said in regards to not having to seek things to be fulfilled and accepting things, it does not at all mean that you just sit on your ass doing nothing, or you just sit in a cave meditating. Yeah, some people can do that, fine. But for me, it means I do just as much action as before. No difference there, and I'm a massive advocate of action. But it just means that the action steps are organic, they're free-flowing, they're authentic, there's no pressure from here about having to get somewhere. You don't have to get anywhere. That is just such a profound thing to realise. If you can think about when I say this, you don't have to get anywhere. As I'm saying that, how does that sit with you? Because if that really sinks in, then the peace you will feel will be very profound. So yeah, it's not about not taking action, but these action steps are going to be in line with what really matters to you, and they're just going to be a natural expression of what's going on in here. rather than some pressured plan that we need to get to reach some kind of state. It's just going to be a natural expression. And the action steps, because of your state of mind is more clear, they're going to be more effective anyway. So you're going to get more external success just as a natural product. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the main learnings or things that, okay, I've kind of learnt before but really hammered home during this time away. And so I'm going to share some of them. Before I do, just to give you an idea of what I did with my pen and paper, I had a list, one list with the title being things that I can still improve on, insecurities, fears, blocks, all this stuff. Because at the end of the day, if you're not aware of that and don't move past them, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you try externally if internally you've got all these blocks and fears. It's literally pointless, because they're always going to define and sabotage if you don't get awareness. Merge your subconscious with your conscious mind, then it just doesn't matter what you do. So I'm always reflecting on that. And then the other list was desires, goals, passions, things like that. So what came up on that list as I just let the answers come, because again I wasn't trying to do anything, but when you actually sit in silence for that long and your mind finally chills out and realizes it doesn't have to complete any tasks or achieve anything or whatever, then you naturally create the space for the answers to come. And the answers are always there. You've always got the answers. It's just that most of us never experience the state of mind where we can access the answers, because we're constantly taking the edge off the present moment and never letting any silence come in, because we're scared, right? Scared of what's inside or whatever, or we're conditioned to think we've got to look outside. But when you have that internal clarity, then you will have the answers. I guarantee every single person, every single one of you will have the answers if you allow your mind to have that space. So, going off on a bit of a tangent, one of the learnings, the things that came in again, things I can keep improving on. Patience. Definitely patience when it comes to the small things. Comes to chopping the vegetables, boiling the kettle, waiting for a bus. My mind has a tendency to, I want to get to the next thing. So what goes hand in hand with this is becoming deeply present and just appreciating the moment. And when you really do become deeply present, which many of you may not have had that state of mind for years and years and years and years. You may not even remember that state of mind. I've taken people into this state of mind before for the first time in however long, and they've actually been a bit freaked out because it's a bit like, whoa. But when you're there, then any mundane moment is actually completely peaceful. So there's no such thing as killing time anymore. So that's something I can keep working on.